So here we have to find the range of the function f of x is equal to sine of greatest integer of x. Now since greatest integer of x is the first function, that is the inner function, so first what you have to do is you have to analyze what are the values taken by greatest integer of x, then you can analyze the values taken by sine of greatest integer of x. Now x has a restriction here, x can lie between only minus pi by 4 to plus pi by 4. Now if you look at the number line, so now pi is approximately 3.14. Now 3.14 by 4 will become 0.7 something, so minus 0.7. So you have to analyze this function in the interval minus 0.7 to plus 0.7. So plus 0.7. So here there will be 0. Yes, that means we have to analyze this function from minus 0.7. Okay, now the nearest integers here are minus 0.7, the nearest integers are minus 1, and here it will be, and in this case it will be plus 1. So here it will be plus 1. Yes. Okay, now we know greatest integer of x flips the values at the integer points. Therefore, now if you analyze from 0 to minus 1, from 0 to minus 1, the greatest integer of x value is always minus 1. Okay. Whenever you talk about greatest integer of a number, it is always the left number. So, for example, greatest integer of minus 0.5 is minus 1, greatest integer of minus 0.00 is minus 1. And if you look from 0 to 1, if you analyze from 0 to 1, greatest integer of x always takes the value 0. For example, greatest integer of 0.5 is 0, greatest integer of 0.9999 is 0. So every number from 0 to 1 has greatest integer value 0. Yes. Now if you look at this, now it becomes very evident that now greatest integer of x here in this problem is defined from minus 0.7 to plus 0.7, okay, approximately minus 0.7 to plus 0.7. That means when x lies between minus 0.7 to 0, that means when this x lies between minus 0.7 to 0, when it is in this interval, the value taken by all these numbers will be minus 1. In fact, from here to here all values become minus 1. So from here to here also all values will become minus 1. Therefore, what happens is greatest integer of x will take the value minus 1. Therefore, we get the answer as sine of minus 1. So greatest integer of x is minus 1. So sine of minus 1 is minus sine 1. Now, when you go from 0 to 0.7, now we know from 0 to 1, every value has greatest integer value 0. Every number has greatest integer value 0. That means 0 to 0.7 also everybody has 0. Now, when x lies between minus 0.7 to 0, it is minus 1. Now, when x lies between 0 to 0.7, so when x lies between 0 to 0.7, all these values has greatest integer of x value 0. Therefore, we will get sine of 0, and sine of 0 is 0. That means from minus 0.7 to 0, greatest integer takes minus 1, so you will get minus sine 1, and from 0 to 0.7, they take the value 0, hence you get sine 0, that is 0. Therefore, the range will be this value and this value. So minus sine 1 and 0. So this will be the range. Now this is given in option D, therefore option D is the right answer.